Hi everyone. Let me just set up everything so I can see the chat. Alright, to almost ready. Trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. So now you can see the ready painting. I'm thinking to just leave it pretty much like this. And I'll tell you why. Okay, here we go. I can see the. All right, that's good. Let's see. I love all the new details. Thank you, appreciate it. So yeah, this front part that definitely made a difference. The armor. Anyways, let's keep it as the Q&A. Hi there. On the kick, social battery. Okay, there's some sticker. Anyways, guys, yeah, just feel free to ask questions because this is a Q&A. Okay, so basically, what we're gonna do here is, yeah, you can ask the questions regarding the process, what was done, and all that kind of stuff. Some people seeing it live, so there might be a lot of questions. Ryan is asking, hey, I come across your stream and I like what you're building so far. I help new kick streamers now, viewers, followers, and okay, I appreciate it, but yeah, I'll just keep it like same as I did with YouTube consistently. I just going live, but I appreciate it. I understand the kick works a little bit differently, but I think main factor for both YouTube, Kick, and any other platform is consistency and maybe some sort of niche category. Hi. So Claudia, today, by the way, appreciate it. Thank you. Is that me in the painting? Maybe sort of part of me because I'm the artist, so there is a little bit of reflection of my personality. But other than that, I'm not the reference for this painting. Okay. Well, let me say a couple words regarding why I'm stopping at this point. Because it already looks good, especially from the far when you look. That is a real portrait. You come closer though. It's not one of the most accurately detailed paintings. So when I say accurately detailed paintings, I mean like a high standard of when you get closer and you see that every part of the um, painting, more even delving into hyper realism. And I want to test myself and challenge myself on that. However, there is a written rule when it all gets comes together and you see the character, the depth, everything is good. Just leave it. Leave it with maybe some of the imperfections that makes it even better. Because that is a curse of an artist. If you hyper focus on, oh, here I notice it's just not as good, and I need to, you might just ruin it, and you might ruin your, how to say that, the motivation and perception of the art you just created. So stopping at the right time is a very important part. Good to see you. Hi guys. Let me go through the chat. This is a Q&A. First time here. All good for you. Did you actually make that? Incredible. Yeah, yes, and there is a proof. There are other live streams where you can see the process. A few live streams, because definitely this painting was done in stages. your tattoo. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, guys. Well, I'm looking at the chat from here, and I also have Kick live streaming from the other device. This is a good opportunity for you guys to ask me some questions. Okay, you're very gifted and talented. Appreciate it. A little bit of work, commitment, you know, observation. But yeah, definitely there is a talent. I mentioned it in one of my live streams. I think talent, first and foremost, is the vision, and it is possible to develop the vision. Some people are maybe almost born with it or develop it in the earlier stage of their life when they're younger. But if you really want to get good at something, just practice and ask right questions. Observe. Don't rush. Uh, Here we go. Hello on Kick. I'm Nico. I'm a painter too. Nice work. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me see. I'm actually gonna, since I have another phone, let me see your YouTube channel. You're doing? I'm doing well. How tall are you? I'm 161 centimeters or 5'2" feet. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia, Tbilisi. You always paint in black and white or just for this piece? Well, at least for this piece, that is actually my first black and white painting. But I haven't painted in oil with oil pens for a very long time, a very long time. And I just decided to do black and white because I've been good at graphics, like using charcoal and pencils. And I think that's a good reintroduction to oil paints because they're very specific. And yeah, black and white is a good reintroduction. It's definitely not, I wouldn't say it's easy, but you have two colors basically that you can play with. Whether when you introduce more colors, the spectrum becomes broader and way more details you need to put in. So yeah, this is my first black and white painting, and I'm looking forward to create some of the black and white, but also some of the black, white, and let's say red, brown, orange, blue, which are the basic skin colors to make a warmer, deeper effect. Keep scrolling up, guys. What martial art should I learn? Well, depends. If you want to step into MMA, I suggest you do all of it. Wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and striking on top. But if you just want it for yourself, identify what you like more, what you're naturally maybe better at, and yeah, I just recommend. But try boxing. I mean, I'm doing boxing myself. More of the well, boxing technically is more a combat sport. If we take martial arts, it's judo, it's BJJ, it's karate, it's any other type of older martial arts. Muay Thai is a martial art. Um, all of those are legit. Uh, George or Jorge from California just want to say hi. Hi to you from Vietnam, the trunk. Is this the same painting? Yeah, it's a done painting. I have the other live streams with the stages of it. You can look up and compare. I'm probably gonna make a short as well out of it, just to show how it looked like in the beginning and how it looks now. Vicha is my favorite soccer player. Let's go, Georgia. Yeah, Vicha is good, a natural talent. You look like a tiger. Me? Can I give it away that vibe? The wind is messing with the sound. Well, let me just try to fix it. Actually, let me move it a little bit like this. Here we go. The microphone is connected, and I'm kind of like it's supposed to catch in the sound because I'm sitting with my back towards the wind, and it's not that windy. It's supposed to work. It's supposed to work. Um, but yeah, let me actually sit a little bit backwards so you can see the painting. Is the sound better now? You must be have the best life being athletic, healthy, and painter. I'm definitely blessed. Cannot complain. Every time there's some imperfections. Sometimes there's some more challenging days. I always remind myself that I'm blessed to do all of those things, and I couldn't do that before. I'm at the stage of my life that everything is getting well together, and I have an opportunity to create some art to get better at my athletic level, etc. So I'm trying to maintain all of it. I'm interested in learning Kung Fu. Well, Kung Fu is very interesting. I think it's more of the martial art, the emphasizing word art. Same with karate, you have not only fighting side of it, you have like katas, for example, disciplines that you pass, and this is how you earn your belts and go up in the hierarchy. But if you want more of the practical for the fight, I recommend, like, let's say for striking, Muay Thai, kickboxing, boxing, those three I would recommend for more of the practicality. You have a tattoo on the leg. Well, I actually do. And, well, I don't want to stand like with my back like this, but I have a tattoo on my calf. I'll try to show you like here, this. So this is actually I designed this, and this is very Georgian thing. Tattoo. Sorry for the sleeper, it doesn't look pretty, but yeah. Oh yeah, you can see properly. So yeah, this is the grapes, and this is sun, and the center of it is like the Georgian symbol. It's called Portugal. It's the symbol of a lot of things. And this is like a tree skull. It's very common sign in many cultures, so it's kind of ingrained with each other. Um, okay, let's sit back, and I want to sit a little bit like this so you can see the painting properly. Love your artwork. Like prints, you should do a painting on the prints and the love symbol. Yeah, sure. I will take it as a reference. I mean, there's so many references. There's so many things now I want to paint, but I kind of need to put it in order in the schedule. Sound is perfect now. Okay, great. Yeah, absolutely stunning. You just look in the mirror and cheer up. Yeah, absolutely stunning. Well, that's the thing. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I understand that, guys, I'm in the phase of the glow up. I don't probably never look as good as I'm now. However, I don't need mirror for for that confidence or to be at peace with myself. Um, yeah, that helps. But I think this is the main thing. This boxing, a little bit of like conversations about the values and what makes people truly beautiful. Because you can have an average look. You can. I always encourage people to, be artistic about their appearance too. Train, sculpt your body, find a perfect haircut for yourself. Just maybe a little bit for men, adjust your beard, for example. For women, there are also some adjustments. Wear the braces. Try to without minimal like a plastical intervention. But that's just a facade. How do you make yourself truly appealing, beautiful, and admirable is comes from here and from here. So yeah, what do you like to do in your free time? Apart boxing and painting, that takes a lot of my time. I like walking and I like watching documentaries about some other prominent figures in the history, sports, art, doesn't matter. Like the last one was about Da Vinci and Michelangelo. I watched the documentaries, and I think documentaries is a perfect way to really learn quickly about certain persona in the history. And I like listening to some audiobooks, podcasts while walking. I think this is my generic hobbies. Nice work. I'm going through the chat faster. I love to draw and paint you. You're so cute and beautiful, gorgeous. Love red hair. Red hair. Your red hair. Thank you. Wow, it's your first live painting and my first time live with you, Matt. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. You look muscular. Yes, I do. Let me see if I can play it forward. Yeah, play it forward. Showing off my biceps. My height is 161 centimeters or 5'2" so I'm not tall. I'm more on the shorter side. Keep yourself healthy and fit as it shows through your paintings. Thank you. Appreciate it. I like warrior mentality. I like stoicism. So a lot of my paintings gonna give away that vibes. A depth in the structure, depth in the colors. That's why I like darker contrasts, so a lot of shading, because it emphasizes places like eyes or the facial expressions and other details that um, give that vibe of the mystery and the character and the emotions I'm concentrating in my paintings and the art I want to create is courage, resilience, stoicism, peace of mind, like quiet confidence, that kind of stuff. Have you ever tried the bear hug in wrestling or choking? I don't, not exactly sure what's that. How much do you weight? I weigh 55 kgs right now. I don't know how much is it in pounds. My tattoo, can go with my biceps like this. Is it for sale? Yeah, it will be for sale, and I will let you know whenever it's going to be possible. We'll try to do auction so that people can do bidding, but I will let you know exactly how it works. The minimal price is going to be set there, and people are going to be able to purchase. Also, the high quality prints, going to be available in our upcoming online shop. So even if you don't manage to purchase the original painting, then obviously it's going to be way more expensive. However, the prints going to be very affordable and reasonable. Thank you for the compliments, guys. I'll subscribe. Well, just mentioning, I'm also a boxer. This channel actually originally started from sprinting and then boxing and more of the training. Building up the athleticism, attitude towards it, all that kind of stuff. So you can check out later today. I'm gonna have my boxing training, and also on the Saturday I had sparring sessions. You can watch that one too if you want to see me in the sparring mode. And yeah, on my way to preparation. So there are a lot of things. I want to create more art, and I want to perform as a competitive boxer starting this year. Shading is amazing, appreciate it. Have more muscles than me. Trust me, I train for it. That does not come around by itself. I said my weight is 55 kgs. They appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Connection issue with this one specifically, this one live stream. I mean, in the chat at least. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me properly and if the connection is good on your side. Okay. Well, I can see the chat now. Uh, quad flex. Yeah, guys, I appreciate you, and I tried to show you a tattoo, but I'm a little bit like I'm in the shorts because it's very hot here, so it's hard to wear anything else. I'm not gonna really do like 360 around, not that kind of stuff. However, when I do boxing training, well, it's gonna be easier for you to see my physique. Okay. Where will it ship from? Vietnam, from the trunk. What happens from with canvas like this to make it more affordable? I think it's gonna be optional for the buyer if they're gonna want it in the frame like this. Uh, in that case, I think it's gonna cost more. I mean, the shipping price is gonna be calculated including the frame. But the cheaper way is actually when it fully dries. The oil paints are very that's not gonna get damaged. So it's just gonna get rolled in, and it's gonna it will decrease in the size and in the weight. And I think that's the other way to ship it. Put it in the specific container or tube, and that's how it's gonna work. Oh, my husband set up. That's great. My husband set it up like it's connected to both, so now Wi-Fi and data work kind of together, which is awesome. Well, I don't have an issue with my phone. I think it works perfectly thanks to my husband. But yeah, this one, because it's connected just to the Wi-Fi, no data, maybe just logging a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. It's reconnecting. I'll try to connect to another. Let me just connect. Let me try to connect to another network. Okay, let's try this one. A lot of white, like I think they have, okay, let's connect to this one. Okay, back online, let's see. I just want to see the chat, and I think, yeah, it's back. It's better now. Hey, let me see okay, this is where I was. Hey, boxing content is great. Subscribe, no doubts. Thank you. Appreciate it. Your support means a lot, guys. Like, really. Recommendations for beginner calisthenics. Start simple. Just start simple. And a lot of eccentric controlled repetitions. What means eccentric? For example, I'll just do if you do push, yeah? This is concentric for the push, for your tricep, for your chest. And then let's say I'm doing push-up, then you go slowly down. This is eccentric curl or eccentric face. Try to do those, and if you want to get stronger, keep it under 5 repetitions. And if you can do more than 5, try to use the West for the extra weight. That works on pull-ups, push-ups, dips, and any other calisthenic, more advanced movements. That's it, basically. Is that Senna in painting? I will leave it up to your imagination. Yes, it's a woman. Yes, it's a warrior. You don't there you see ornaments that might look Celtic or Nordic, but there are no runes specifically. The appearance is European, obviously, and the sword, the weapon type, light hair, because you can see it's light-ish because of the how I put it there. But other than that, it's up to your imagination and perception. Some people thought it was an Amazon warrior. Some people think it's Nordic Celtic. Some people maybe it's Caucasian. Georgian woman. Doesn't matter. It's about the vibe, the emotion that it brings to you. Um, so yeah, I love to, even if it's quite realistic and simple, factual portrait. I like to give it the vibe, give some depth and mystery to it. So everyone perceives it differently depending on who they are. Any other paintings you can show? That's my first life painting. I basically got back to it after many years, specifically painting in oil paints, and on a canvas like this. I've done some wrap portrait with charcoal, and there are other some pencil portraits I've done. You can scroll out somewhere in my shorts and see that. But other than that, yeah, that's my first one, and I'm looking forward to start my next work. Have you ever tried? Yeah, I know how to choke people. Actually, I do. Um, you shouldn't do that outside of the gym, but there was one time someone asked me, and there was like very, I was a fighter guy and like traveler and crazy. We were in the bar, and he's like, yeah, no, no, don't just show technique, choke me. I was like, okay, sure. He's like, yeah, I've been there. Okay, because whereas rear neck choke, the key is not the strength. It's about just locking that hold and pressure it. So within seconds he was out, and then he was back, obviously, because you just have to put the head in the safe position straight away. But it's not something you should play with. What's the screaming noise in the background? Kids. There is a school and a church nearby, and I like it. I like this neighborhood. That's my favorite place to live. Do you have a website for selling? Not yet. We're launching the like online shop sort of website, so there's going to be some stuff available, but I don't have a separate website, at least at this point. Hello, good morning. Are we painting or working out? Both. My husband says prints will be available soon, just need to take good pictures and set up the prints. Yes. Do you offer lessons, classes, or tutorials? Well, my husband actually told me, gave me an idea to, instead of starting lives from already built up blueprint, actually show the process from scratch. And for the next portrait, at least that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to show you the metrics, how I was, because I was literally building it up. I wasn't just doing it freehand. I really measured it, and I like to measure the old school way with the pencil. I would just measure like this, find the center, the quarters, the thirds, and just where you can use. There are like apps you can do the separation, geometrical separation on the reference on the phone at least, or if you have a paper reference, you can just use the ruler and you can do the same. Just to have exactly know where that lies, eye lays, any other detail. However, that's one thing. I mean, I have a lot. Just do it with my raw eye. However, on the bigger size, to make it bigger and make the accurate measurements, of course, here I use some measuring tools, and that's how you do it. And I like to explain the process, so I think that can be counted as as the tutorial. I really want to go deep into symbol art symbolizes the world. Good for you. Both are amazing, painting and thank you. Thank you. You got some serious skills and work ethic. I appreciate it. Thank you. I've never been known for greatest work ethic before. Um, Up until this point in my life was split into rather leaning into art for a little bit, but more I would lean to sports. And when I was a teenager, and when I was like created most of the paint artwork, and my teachers were like they were pushing me. They wanted to send me to Venice to just grow as an artist, because they like I would create things. I would work on something for hours when others take 2 days. But at the same time, I would choose sports, and instead of going consistently to my art school, I would go, I would finish the thing, and while others would take longer, so I would just like do it, and then I would disappear. And in the meantime, I would train. I was training karate, and then I moved to boxing. Once I mentioned it to my teacher, and they were like, "What? You, an artist, boxing?" Like for them, it was, but to me, it was important because I wanted that struggle. There was something else that was craving that hardship, the challenge that sports bring. Because in sport, it doesn't matter if you're talented or not, you gotta work. Gotta work physically. You gotta endure the pain, get used to it, and gradually grow. The growth process is way more painful in the sports than art. Like art, to me, always been and always will be a flow state. Obviously, here is now I want to challenge myself more on the detailization and accuracy and maybe size of the canva, but it's still a flow state for me. And finally, now I have both. Now I can do training and painting and singing, and YouTube provides that structure for me. You know what I mean? So it's not only me creating content; it helps me to in my work ethic as well. Gotta stay hydrated. Appreciate it, guys. Are you a host? A karaoke host? Yes, I am. That's my like a side hustle, a part-time job. Yeah. Okay. My husband says we have talked about next one will be from the start and be more of a tutorial. Yes. I even when I was painting, I was explaining the details and how I was doing it and how you should take it. For example, in this painting, I can tell you even now, I would do stick to the rule from the light to the dark because you can always darken the lighter parts easier rather than opposite. Sometimes I would work around that rule, like here, for example. Actually, not really, because I yes, I had the dark layer, but that it was fully dry. And then when I started doing ornaments, even here, I stick to lights first, and I would just apply those inaccurately, just approximately. But then I would feature and define those details with using the black paint by sculpting it, and then I would add some more highlights. In this case, I would do kind of break that rule of sometimes you have it full black, but you add some whites to make it slightly lighter or have the highlights. Nothing wrong with that. But generally, if you want to have work safer, work cleaner, start from the light and you can always tame it down. With experience, it also comes that you already identify approximate tone. So, for example, some parts I still stick to the light from the dark, but also I see that it's gray, a certain shade of gray. And obviously, I mix it. I don't apply white first, and then because that also can make painting too messy. But other than that, generally having a rule of from white to the dark, that really helps. Okay, going through the chat. I was with Georgia woman for 10 years. Oh, okay. Georgian women have quite a temperament, like temper. I don't consider it, as much as I love Georgia and I have Georgian blood. I believe a lot of my talent, a lot of things come from the fact that I'm Georgian. I also have the Slavic mix. My mom is half Russian, half Ukrainian, so definitely more with my appearance. I'm more on the Slavic side. Let me drink water. However, I can tell you my mentality, I don't think is much Georgian, except in certain aspects. I'm more calm, chill. I don't like drama. Any negative energy I have, I'd rather spend it in trainings or this, and then I'm the happiest person again. Viking princess, yes, that's basically what it is. So do you think you're far stronger than average men? You look that well, I don't think in that sense comparing to an average man either, because I'm not even a big woman. Like I'm not tall, I'm not big, quite a small person. But if we talk about relative strengths, I can do 7 to 10 pull-ups. A lot of men cannot do 7 to 10 pull-ups. So let's say on that aspect, I'm having a bigger relative strength. But it's comparing if you take their relative strengths comparing to mine. Um, so it depends how you measure it. Oh my god, that's the highest viewers. 336 at the point. At this point, Prince, Wisdom, and Will Smith. Yeah, okay. My husband just gave me a reminder. This we start selling prints first, and then painting has to dry out fully, and it has to be ready. Then we're gonna try to auction it or sell it. So yeah, people can purchase, or one person can purchase it. Can you dynamic manga panels? I've done one of my teenage hobbies would be that painting mangas and comics. So I'm quite familiar with it. You scroll up, it's a lot of chat activity. So I'm gonna try to. Okay, my fiance would love to get her name out as an artist and being sung. Any tips or recommendation? Listen, I'm starting that myself. That's the first time for me. All I have done is build up the YouTube presence, and it took now more than a couple of years total. Live streams help, but yeah, other than that, that's basically it. Now I'm just exporting my art, and people just like to see, apart of the boxing trainings, they like to see something opposite. Plus euro, all important, you matter, all of you all. Yes, that's a message to you guys. Marcus Aurelius. I mean, this. I mean, it's more of a female, but living up to your perception. It's amazing. Oh, thank you very much. That's a good art, but why is so much air coming from? It's actually coming from the back, and I don't know why, but my microphone connection is a little bit struggling. I think. 1 second. Let me just try to fix it. So now microphone is supposed to connect, and I'm actually sitting with my back towards the wind. So I don't know exactly why it's catching like this. Amazing work, thank you. You did that, yes. I'm from Georgia, Tbilisi. Well, that's my art, first live art that I did. Yes, baby, I see your messages. Yes, I look at it. I think I already mentioned that. Shading looks very good. Looks like light hitting it. Yes. Yeah, that's the effect I tried to achieve. Oh, that's a real talent. Appreciate it, guys. I mean, it's a work. It's a work ethic. I do both art and boxing. Yes, I created it, and it's going to be available for sale, but not at this point. It needs to dry out properly, and we need to figure out the logistics. My voice is my throat is getting a little bit dried out. I'm already married to folks. The same from Minneapolis. Hi. Hello, hello, Mike. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, I'm just looking at the chat from here as well. Just 1 second, guys. Looks like you. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I'm doing gym as well. Is that you? Not really, but I'm an artist, so it kind of says my character. You look pretty good, thank you. I'm from Seattle, Washington. It's good to see you. I'm in the Vietnam Nha Trang currently. You drew that. Yes, I absolutely did. I've been working on it live for at least last few lives. Okay, guys. Well, as much as there's so many views right now, and it's great, and I'm very grateful for that. Um, well, I'm looking, going to the chat. Hello here. No, it's oil paint. Someone says there's flatness. Look, work on the depths and dimension. Well, I'm gonna progress on it. Well, guys, I need to wrap it up. I don't know why, but I'm feeling a little bit odd right now, so I just need to chill a little bit. But yeah, later I'm gonna have a training, boxing training live stream, so feel free to join for that one as well. Other than that, this one is ready. I'm gonna start working on the other one, but I'm gonna show the. You're gonna see more of this painting as well because they're gonna be, especially once it's gonna be available for the sale, and yeah, for the prints and all that kind of stuff. So, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'm gonna come back to you in another live stream later today. Okay, ciao. There we go. Have a good day.